Today, I'm going to the Urban Sketcher meeting at this sort of weird park that exists near. Where is it near? It's under the Zakim Bridge. The Zakim Bridge is this relatively modern, well, it's 20 years old now, modern bridge that spans the Charles River. Is this going to work? It spans the Charles River, and around it and below it, rather, above the park, are all these roadways that overlap. It looks like someone took a bowl of spaghetti and dumped it on the floor and then kicked it a little bit. So there's things, on top and below and beyond, and underneath all of these roads is a park and a little stream, riverbed. I don't know what the hell it is. And right here, there's a potato monument. Yeah, you heard that right. There's a potato monument. It was right at that spot where train loads of potatoes were brought into Boston, so Boston wouldn't starve to death. And so there's parks, there's bridges, there's train tracks, there's people, dogs, trucks, cars, maybe an airplane flying overhead once in a while. And in my brain, I'm imagining all of the absolutely beautiful things I'm going to make. And when I get there, I'm sorely surprised at how unbeautiful everything is that I've made. And but what I thought I would do is to maybe use this book as a starting ground. I thought I might draw on top of these. Okay, so here's India ink on paper. So Al Held did 2 drawings almost identical and 3 drawings almost. Anyway, I thought I might use these already drawn drawings and then draw within these things. I just thought it might be a fun little exercise. This is for Urban Sketchers, and the show I'm putting together in the gallery in a short amount of time, days from now. I am trying to make sure I have enough stuff in the gallery. Now, you know me well enough to know that I draw a lot, and I draw quickly, and I can fill the gallery with just what I've done, and it would be full. But this show is not about me. It's about the rest of us in this group, and but I haven't had as much. I just want to see if this paper is going to be good to doodle on. Here's my little test page here. So if I were to draw, I know I'm writing in a book. You can sue me. It's very smooth paper, which I like for my pens. I'm going to be using this kind of stuff over the top of it. And is there a bleed through? There's not a lot of bleed through. So maybe it'll be good. So good. Great. So I'll cross out his name. And I'll just save the word concrete by Pier. How about that? So I have 3 or 4 pens with me. They all have the same ink. I have 2 of these water brushes with me that can dissolve the ink. And I'll also bring some other sketchbooks or the paper. I guess this dries relatively quickly. Good. So these, is this going to be one drawing, or is this going to be, there's all these great bridges, with this sort of girdering on them. And, this might end up being, turned upside down, and this could be something. So I'm going to have fun with this book. I'll also bring an iPad with me. And am I going to bring anything else with me? Should I bring this pen with me? Does this pen work? I think I want to bring a really, really fine pen, and I think these count for fine-ish. I know there was one I had last week that was really, really fine. I wonder if it's still in my man purse, my man bag. Now, why is this doing that? Why did it fall out like that? Was I going to take it out? Did it come out all by itself? Who knows? I'm trying to use some pens that I haven't used before. And this is a pen that I bought in a lot, and it says Parker. I don't think it's a Parker, though. I don't think the top and the barrel go together. But it's actually a very wet pen. Has a little tiny bit of flex to it, but it's very, very wet. And so that might be kind of fun to play with. This one is a pen that I normally wouldn't even think of using because it's too modern for my taste, but I noticed that it was very, very fine when I flip it upside down like this. And I thought, maybe it'll direct me in a certain way to draw in a certain way. This beat up Waterman here has a really, really nice nib on it. It's nice and wet and full, so I can draw a little bit and then take my water brush and then dissolve the ink like this. So those are my tools for today, I think. If I bring more pens with me, which I often do, I end up spending way too much time trying to decide, okay, am I going to use this pen or am I going to use that pen? And then I end up wasting all sorts of time that I could have spent drawing by trying to decide which pen I'm going to take. When you have one pen only, that makes it easy. But there's a number of pens I have here that I'm trying eventually to sell. I think all of these are for sale. And if I'm able to, in the course of a little bit of time, able to actually do a drawing or two with the pens before I say goodbye to them, I will feel in a way that they've done a good job of existing in my care. You know, if I just sell them, have them and fix them and sell them, yes, I might make some money on the deal. Not very much, but I might make some, pay some bills. But if I'm able to actually have my cake and eat it too, where I can, in the process of getting the pens to work, and if I'm also able to make a drawing out of it, the fact that the pen existed in my collection for even a short amount of time makes it seem, it makes me happy. You know, I've used the pen. What were the pens I had with me last week? I'll be right back. See if I can find them. Come on, dear, stand up. Do I want to bring pencils with me today? Okay, so here's I had this pen with me. This one I really liked drawing with. It's really, really fine, if I remember correctly. I was doing most of my drawings with this one. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I'll bring this one as well. This one is another one that had a really, really, if I remember correctly, has a really fine nib. I was using this a little bit, but this one was the one I was using the most. And then this one, I also remember using this one. So, oh, look at me, I'm bringing more pens than I want. I'm also bringing this. This is one that already has ink in it, which has been dissolved in it. So I'll have these things with me. Time to put that away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pens, two water brushes, one water brush, which is full. This is relatively full. I have my book. I have my, I bring an iPad, and I've got some drawing paper. I think what I'm going to do is bring some gray paper as well, because I have another thought. Don't need these. I thought I'd bring white Prismacolor pencils and black Prismacolor pencils and gray paper, because the area that I'm drawing is mainly sort of cement and shadows. There's also some green. Could I bring some green along? One of the things I might also try to do today is, am I able to channel my non-Pierre Gustafson approach to drawing? Can I pretend I'm someone else and draw in a completely different way? Sometimes I do that by mistake, and I think I might like to try to do that this time. I may try to, for this show that I'm putting up next week, yes, I have a lot of art in it, and there's nothing wrong with having a lot of art in it, but for every one drawing that someone else puts in, I probably put in 3. And in a show that has art by 30 people, does it have 30 people? But some people are only giving me one drawing. Some people are giving me many, and I'm putting them in. Anything that anyone wants to give me, I will put in. I am not being selective. But I am putting in a hell of a lot of my own drawings. Partly because I draw fast, and in a 2-hour time frame, I might draw 10 or 12 drawings in the time someone else takes to draw one drawing. And the drawing that they draw is very beautiful and very detailed and very exact and very well thought out. And there's nothing wrong with one drawing. There's often a lot of things wrong in some of the drawings that I do. Maybe if I do 10 of them, I might like one a lot, and I might kind of like a couple a little bit. But there's always something in all of them that I'm learning and liking to a degree. I can show the things that I don't generally think turned out great, but they all have something to them in my mind. Whether other people see that, I don't know, but I like the idea of showing everything that I produce in that amount of time, or most of what I produce in that amount of time. I think that's part of what makes my dozen drawings function as well as maybe one more detailed drawing. I do a detail on this one and this one and this one, and I show some aspect of the building or the place that I am in this drawing, but I don't show everything because I can't show everything in a drawing. I have to, it's like if I show the expanse of something, I can't show the detail in it as well. So I have to do a different drawing and zoom into that detail that I like. Or I turn around and there's a shadow of a truck that is stopped on the highway and it's cast on the ground. And I very quickly draw that shadow and I think, but it moves. So I don't have time to develop it into a more finished picture. So it's really just the drawing of the shadow. So that's what I like. I like to try to capture as many little scenes of a larger landscape in lots of little drawings or lots of quick drawings. They don't have to be little, and see what comes of it. So that's my plan. I thought I would do something on these sketchbooks at one point. I don't know what. These are samples of how to bind books that a printer friend of mine had. And it's crappy paper, but I like the shape of them. So I thought, well, what can I do? I can draw train cars or tall skyscrapers or something. I don't know what will fit on these things, but I tried doing something last week and I didn't like it at all. Let me see if I can find another thing here. Kitty, I can't help you. Maybe I'll bring this. This is a little sketchbook that I found in our building, in our giveaway area, and I decided I would draw as many little tiny drawings as I could in it during, and I ended up drawing other things as well. It wasn't just these, but maybe I'll bring this along and finish it because I'm sort of in the same, it's not the same place obviously, but it's I'll just finish it. I liked the size of it, and the paper is really, really nice. It's very smooth, and then when it gets wet, it gets wrinkly, and I really like the noise it makes. You like the noise? Should this be an ASMR thing? Yeah, you like that noise, don't you? I bet you do. You really like that noise. The noise of this smooth paper, crinkling, smooth, wet paper. Whatever. So bring that along. Maybe I don't need anything else. If I bring my pencils, I know I'm going to say when I get there, why didn't I bring my pencils? Why didn't I bring my pencils, Pierre? Why didn't you bring your pencils? I'll be saying, I'll be kicking myself. I almost wanted to bring 3 lampshades today and paint. I had this idea. Let's see if it works in my head. There are 3 relatively standard lampshades. And I thought what I would do is draw. Do I have a pen to use? I just put them in my man bag. What the hell is this all about? This nib is all screwed up. I thought what I would do maybe was draw on these 3 lampshades. And I think I could mount them on a single string where they would all rotate independently of one another. And I thought here, this would be the eye level. So you might see the skyline and the water and the park, people here. And I would just draw sort of a scene that went around the whole thing. And then occasionally you would see this, which is the roadway of a bridge that goes from Boston to Cambridge, or wherever it goes, Chelsea. And then above the eye level, you would see more of these things crisscrossing above you. If I were to be in this area and look up, depending on where I am, I would see these big silhouetted shapes above my little eyeballs. And this one has the Zakim Bridge, suspension bridge things on it. And then down below on the ground level, you'd get the sidewalks, the roadway, the shadows of these things on it as well. So the top and the bottom one would be relatively I have so many sketchbooks, and I don't think anyone is finished. So anyway, I thought that here, there would be, like, this might be the one that's most black and white. It just would be sort of a silhouette. Here would have the most variety sort of in the middle. And then down here would have, this would be sort of ground. This would all be sort of ground as well, except this would have dark shadows on it. And then you could rotate these things, flip them around, and you'd have a different sort of scene. That was my thought for today as well. So this side would have the most sort of variety. This would have mainly gray with shadows, darker shadows in some spots. And then this would be almost completely just black and white. This would have the most interesting detail. That was my thought. But that can be a thought for a different day, because I'm not going to drag those lampshades with me today. Maybe I'll do drawings that I can use here. I wish these all were the same. Two are white, and one is sort of a cream color. I wish they all were the same. Of course, I could go buy 3 identical, couldn't I? Yes, you could. Okay, I've got that and that. So Mighty, I see your little dots. I didn't see this. I haven't found the skull yet. Is it a big skull or a little tiny one? I should show you something that it's an iPad app I have that's really fun to draw on. Well, I don't know what kind of app it's supposed to be. I'll be right back. I'll show it to you. Kitty, you have to move. 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 Some more. Come on, cat. Half hidden on the left. Okay. So this is this is an older iPad, and the app itself, you can't get it anymore because it doesn't exist anymore, I don't think, if you search for it. But because it's in my past purchases, it actually does exist. Now let me see if I can turn the noise on here. It's going to drive you crazy. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's called Bubble Harp. Hello, Dootsy Cutesy Patootie. It has a sound sound to it, and why isn't that one being? Okay, the sound drives me crazy, but I love doing the drawings on it. And what's fun is I was drawing a skull on it yesterday. So let's do a skull. Here's the outline of a skull. Nose, the teeth. So fill in the brain part. I just love how it sort of moves. Here's the bones under the eye. Yeah, I figured you'd like this. It ends up looking like your kind of like your drawings, except it moves. It's creepy. If I turned the sound back on, it would just be all these little high-pitched little nastinesses going on. Which would drive you crazy. Hungarian minor, whatever the fuck that is. Okay, get rid of it. So it's called Bubble Harp. And I don't know if you can get it. I can get it because I bought it or downloaded it, I don't know, 10 years ago when it first came out. And it doesn't play on a more, it has to play on an old iPad. It can't play on a new one, but it's sort of fun. And I can save, well, I just deleted it. I can save them. Aren't these? I thought I might try drawing with this today, but I don't think I will. When you do this, it reminds me of a piece of food going down your intestinal tract. Well, you might be able to get it. This is your intestines. But it's neat. You can pretend to draw actual, things, which might work. There's two legs. There's a torso. Here's a head. Someone waving hello to you. Hey there. I also had a app called Etch, SK-Etch, or Sketch. Was it called Sketch? And I liked it because it was really, really simple. SK-Etch. Sketch. Well, I wanted to bring this one down, download this one if I can. Download. There, a sketch. This is the first drawing. The first drawing app I think I got, and it was just black and white, but I really, really loved how it worked. So let me open it up here. Download. I just downloaded it. You have that one? I loved how it made the gray line with these little tiny connecting lines. And I liked, then they improved it, and I hated how they improved it. So I haven't used this in a while. Maybe they have color now. So I think I wanted that. Oh yeah, they do have color now. Okay, now what? Trash. Okay, how do I make, how do I do the color? I want it to be black, thank you. See, this is not working the way I liked it. It worked. That's the way I like. I wanted it to do this. And I really liked how this 100% black. I really liked how this filled in I liked the way that worked. Oh, you're not even seeing what I'm doing. It was really a neat way for it to function, I thought. And I liked it because I couldn't control it completely. Now this other one, this one, I liked this one because of its, how do I make it go? Come on. This is not this is a generic pencil. It's not an iPad pencil. How do I make it go? Oh, there. Okay. And how do I make it go? Okay, where's my patterns? Is this the pattern? Yes. I liked this one. Tap to fill. I like the idea of drawing like this and just fills with pattern. Why is this not black? I thought that was kind of a neat way to draw. Why is this not black though? Color. Where's color? White. So I thought maybe I might do drawings with this app today, but I don't know. I think I've got too many things. App Store, Bubble Herp. So this, I'll probably, if I draw anything today with this iPad, I'm probably going to use Sketch Club. Though maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll draw with this. It's sort of neat how it, okay, is that, where's white? No. How do I get the color? Where's color on this thing? Does it not have color? Maybe it doesn't have color. But again, drawing black and white with something as simple as this might be fun. But usually when I draw things, oh, like that, I like the way it, often I'm not trying to imitate, how I draw with a pen or a pencil. I usually try to draw so it's obvious that I drew on an iPad. I thought maybe I might try drawing with this today, this app, this tool. It's one that I haven't used in a while, and I thought, well, maybe I can do something fun with it, because I'm going to be surrounded by all sorts of constructed things on a, I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's going to be big dark shadows, on the ground. There's going to be all these really cool shapes in the sky. And anyway, I just thought that maybe drawing was something that's very angular like that and graphic, I might like. Snibby. Oh, nice. Oh, good. Well, I think you'll get a kick out of it, Mighty. It's really a fun. Just turn the sound off. The sound it is just awful. The sound is awful. But well, I don't know if I know what you mean, but I'll pretend I do. No, I think I probably know what you mean. What line is this? What's this one telling me? Maybe I'll bring this one too. Fill it up with this. Yeah, see, this is not working, so I have to fill it up like it was an aerometric. Just fine. fancy, confident, and feminine. Okay, done. I have my pens for today. I'm not going to bring my pencils. I am going to make myself a sandwich so I can eat something while I'm out. And I'm going to go there kind of early, I think, and just sit down and draw. Which means I will bring some more tools with me. Mighty, have you listened to my friend Ted Clausen describe pens before? Have you heard those? You have? Okay. Yeah, he's very good at figuring out the personality of the thing. Okay, I'm going to sign off now, and thanks for visiting, and I will try to find the skull in your drawing later. So be good. Bye.